And it wasn't like, I think I mentioned in 2015, I just kind of like, snapped snapped awake and decided I want to, start making art again. I mean, I didn't know back then what I was going to do. I had no clue. And that was, I would say, probably the biggest barrier for me getting back into art after a long break. Because like you said, having that technical training can honestly really mess with your head. I wasn't ever told or given the idea of exploring finger painting in college, like,
Yeah.
so the first, I think like 2 or 3 years, it was lots of like doodling, sketching, really just like getting my supplies out and doing whatever, just to explore. And it was a very frustrating time because I had no clue what I wanted to make. And um, at that point, I was really trying to I listened to a ton of the Creative Pep Talk podcast back
Okay.
then. And the host, his name is Andy J. Pizza. That's not his real name. I forget his actual last name, but he's great. And he gives a lot of great advice for creatives and how we go about our practice. And um he gave me the idea or the advice one time in one of his podcasts about like listening to your um like your signals, like your body's signals, like kind of thinking of like a car, like like your check engine lights on your dash or whatever. And he recommended, if there's like if you're and you're going about in your creative work, play, exploration, what have you, pay attention to what you like, what makes you feel good, and pay attention to what you don't like. And, he even recommended, and this is I still do this, like saving because us artists, we like collecting things and Pinterest boards, all that stuff. And he recommended if you didn't already have a bunch of like things saved on your Pinterest board, or like for me, I would save a lot of artwork I liked on Instagram, start building up a collection of things that you like as you go along, consuming content, and then go back and look at those things and see what patterns are emerging for you. Like what things you are drawn to automatically without even realizing it. And so that was really critical for me was, paying attention to what I liked and what I didn't like, going back and reviewing like visually what pieces of art I'm drawn to